Today's required reading. The biggest risk a person could take is to do nothing. Robert Kiyosaki.
Okay, so I got an email today that I actually wanted to capture myself opening because I just don't know what it says. It could be what I'm hoping, or it could be, not what I'm hoping. But I submitted an entry into this, I guess it's a competition for young Black entrepreneurs that I guess, need funding for their businesses and stuff. So I submitted literally the day after the deadline, and I did not even realize the day I was turning it in was the day after the deadline. But when I realized that, I just went ahead and submitted it anyway, because I was like, you know what, you never know. So I filled everything out, told my story, all this stuff. And I sat up for hours perfecting everything I was saying and just like sharing my story, advocating for myself. And I hadn't heard back. And the event where I guess, a young entrepreneur is chosen for them to like give their funding to and you do these pitches to, it's this month. It's probably like in a week and a half from now. So I thought that if I was going to potentially get chosen or something, that they would have reached out sooner. So the fact that I hadn't heard from them, I just assumed like, well, I missed the deadline. I probably missed my opportunity. And then you scrolling on your phone, your notifications, and I see an email preview that was an email from them. So I'm about to open it now. I literally wanted to wait to just open it in real time. So I'm about to open it now. Oh, okay. So I wasn't chosen. I didn't get to advance in the competition. But the event where this is being hosted, they extended me a free ticket. And they are saying they would actually like for me to come, and I would have opportunities to mix and mingle with other businesses, financial institutions, and other entrepreneurs. Okay. That's dope. That's actually dope because the tickets were a little up there and I was interested in going. So the fact that they extended this offer to me, I think this is still a win. I'm glad. Okay. So I'm on my way to the office, and it is my first time back in the office in almost 3 weeks. It was super cold in Chicago a couple weeks ago in January, and it was freezing so bad that my office building's power was out, and it just really wasn't, I guess, kind of safe for anyone to just be there with some other, electric maintenance issues going on. So I'm just so excited to get back in there and get back into swing of things, because I had packages there from Amazon, stuff that I use like for my packaging, for my goodie bags, and all kind of stuff to like get things up and running. And it's just been sitting there. So I'm like, man, I'm just ready to kind of pick up where I left off. Because while I am glad that I do have almost like a little work section I created for myself at home, in my own little bedroom office at my desk, I will say I did miss having that designated space where I would come to be just committed to doing all things my business there. So I'm actually looking forward to getting back into that kind of separation, because I'm cool with keeping a couple things on hand at home, just so on days maybe where I'm home and I'm in touch with somebody that I might want to give a goodie bag to, or I have a couple products on hand, I have those available to be ready to give out. But as far as like keeping my inventory and things like that at home, that's not what I want to do. And I feel like that just kind of defeats the purpose of me having a space dedicated to housing that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm ready to just go back to that space and like give it my all when I'm there, and when I come home I could turn it off a little bit. I probably won't turn it off all the way per se, but definitely just give myself a little more of my this is home time back. And a pro tip, I may not be the only person that's doing this, but I'm definitely about to put you on. I'm about to put somebody on to something they didn't know or they never thought about. Whenever my hair is in a curly state and I like just detangled it and it's still kind of wet, I gotta be in the mood for the wet look like this. That's really not why I did this style. I didn't do this style for the wet look. I like when the curls is dry. So what I do, I crack this window and I let that natural air go ahead and dry it a little bit. So by the time I get to wherever it is I'm going, my style look a little more like what I intended for it to look like, especially if I was short on time and, you know, detangling it and making it look all cute and together the day of. That's something free for you. I just wanted to go ahead and give you something. Hold on. The vlog ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, I promise. I just gotta tell you something, okay? It's really important. I just gotta tell you something. Come here, just listen. Just hear me out. If you or someone you know between the ages of 20 to 30 years old in the Chicagoland area is looking to make a change, looking to start over in a new career, or has maybe just come down on hard times and you're at a crossroads and you're like, I need something different, I need something more, and I need support, I have just the program for you. Check out Amplify Chicago. Here on the screen, I've provided a current flyer for an upcoming women's cohort in the Chicagoland area of April 2024. But it's okay if you see this video or this little ad anytime beyond that point, because we will continue to have upcoming cohorts for men and women throughout the oncoming years. I am actually an alumni of the program, Cohort 7, and completing the program has absolutely changed my life. I have been able to start my own CBD business. I have been given an office in a beautiful space that I do not have to pay for. I have been provided with so many financial and business-based resources that were tailored to my needs and my desires for the career that I wanted for myself. When I needed it the most, I was provided with free mental health resources and free therapy that I still utilize to this day at the time of this recording, as well as a free financial coach that helps me track my goals and budget and stay on top of my money. Because when it comes to wanting to build generational wealth, or even just wanting to become financially and mentally and emotionally stable, we need more than just a good job. We need a holistic overall approach to a better and well-balanced life. And Amplify Chicago cares about setting you up with that. But I can only speak on it so much. If you are interested and want to learn more about this free and amazing program that is seeking to support Black and Latino communities, please check the link in this description of this video, as well as check out this digital flyer that I have up as well. To me, it just wouldn't be right to not shout out and spread the word about this program, because it is literally a huge contributing factor to why you see the amazing things that I chronicle in my journey on these entrepreneur vlogs. So, with that being said, let's get back to the vlog. So because I am somebody that has a lot of great ideas in the moment, I realized I need to capture them and get them down while they're fresh in my mind, or I'm gonna lose it. So I grabbed some sticky notes so that I can put placeholders on these things, so I can keep it fresh in my mind what I think I want each one to say in each location. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at staging it like for now. I definitely want to get some new labels for these mini bottles because I hate how the ones that I hand wrote on, they just don't want to stay flat. So I'm probably going to get like a mini Dymo, this is Dymo or Dynamo, but one of those kind of like mini small label printers, like with just some white labels, and I'll probably start applying those. Plus that'll be much easier on my hands than writing on those tiny individual ones. But yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. I'm just trying to figure out how I want it to be when I sit the actual goodie bag on here, because I'm thinking about having at least maybe one display goodie bag or something. Let me set it up. Let me see. So like, I'm liking how this looks as a template. It's just, I want to prop these up, but I don't want them to cover other samples. So I'm thinking if I sit the gummies at the bottom, I'm thinking about either sitting the gummies at the bottom, or I could just like do something like that and stack those so that they're still visible. And then I know I also want a digital pay station right here, like a nice little tablet just propped up where you can pay for your stuff, or maybe some like a little kiosk where you can tap to pay, all of that. Like, I want this to be a full-scale operation, a full-scale shopping experience. So far I'm liking how this is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up so I can go. Part of tomorrow's agenda is to come back and set up my label printer, and those are my label sheets. So I'm gonna set that up on the function, the background side of my desk, and probably come and work on some content stuff. So that's the goal for tomorrow. Okay, so I didn't do everything that I came or initially wanted to do in the office today, but I also didn't make it in at the time I intended to, and I did get a chunk of things done that I did want to do. And two of my main objectives was setting up those display sets and propping up where I wanted my like my QR code papers and price lists to go. So the fact that I did those two things, I think today was absolutely a success. But I do not want to spend too much more time here because I actually want to get out in the afternoon rush and hit up Uber. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today in the office. Like, child, I ain't even opened up my computer while I was here. I sat it on the desk trying to look aesthetic. Didn't use it, and that's all it was, aesthetic. But I'm getting out of the habit of feeling as though just because I didn't do a million things in one day, the 5 things I did do actually counted and they were progress. So yeah, I ain't gonna beat myself up about not sitting down and finishing content plans and all that. Now I can just time block that out and schedule that for tomorrow when I come back. So now I am going to close out one hustle and go start another. If you don't leave this video with nothing else, please leave with this. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how much life is happening to you, no matter how you're feeling, just keep showing up. You may not have 100% to give, and guess what? 100% isn't even required. Just give yourself what you have. Give your business whatever you have. If you only got 5% in you to give that. I promise you it counts, and I promise you it matters. And you're gonna look up and you're going to see that you've made so much progress. When I come to this office and I even just look at everything I did today and looking at it all be set up, it feels surreal to me because I'm seeing my vision and what I had in mind when I looked at this empty space slowly but surely coming into reality.
that is motivating me and keeping me going. Even when there was stints of time when I wasn't here and I wasn't making progress and I wasn't doing anything, it didn't discount the progress that I did make when I was here. So please keep that in mind. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know it's easier said than done. Just keep showing up.